I have no explanation for what just occurred. But one thing I know, I was right about Newport at the beginning of the season. We have gone as far as we can go. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade, Newport. And if you are a first-time visitor, subscribe, like, watch and comment and help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling above. We have had an almighty fall and I have no explanation for what had just happened, and we are now down in 13th position after riding high last time, as you recall, in 5th and 6th position. Things have taken a turn for the very worst. And even though we have fallen to this really low point, the squad dynamics are still exceptional. And team cohesion is good, the club atmosphere is very good, and the managerial support is still excellent, despite the fact that we have gone into the worst period of form that I have ever known. And when you were with us last, we had lost to Bournemouth, and things got worse, because that was then followed by a defeat at home to Arsenal, a sound spanking followed against Leeds, and then we lost at home to Chelsea. Things were getting really bad and out of hand. Wolves was a 1-1 draw, at least we picked up a point, and then we lost to Southampton at home by 3-0, and that was followed by a 2-1 defeat away at West Ham. We are plummeting into despair very, very quickly. It is a case of trying to keep morale together. Barnsley in the FA Cup and Everton are must-win games. We cannot afford to allow this to go on. We have been riddled with injuries. It's been difficult to put a forward line together. I've had to go back to the 4-4-2 diamond. But let's go and play some football, and we'll see what we can do against Barnsley in the Cup. Soppy, Bielik, Johnston, Kovic at the back. Beelan, Hackney and Tuchum in midfield, with Zapata, Abraham making a rare appearance, and Rita up front. We really are struggling to put a team together. I can't even put a proper bench together. That's how bad things have become. Timmy Abraham is lacking fitness, so I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to have to hope he makes it through the game. Barnsley from the Championship. This isn't going to be a walkover by anyone's stretch of the imagination, given the side that we are forced to put out there today. All we can hope is for a very positive beginning, and that we have done, and we are creating all the chances. Barnsley are edging possession, but we have created 4 chances to their 0 in the first 5-0 in the first 30 minutes, and it is all Newport at the moment. But we do have to beware that the players are tired. So we've come off the press a little bit, and we are in possession at the moment as Johnston, who's come into the team due to injury as well at the back. And he finds Beelan to Tuchum finds Zapata. This is nice, just play it around, keep possession, be patient, and look for the opening. And that's exactly what we're doing, playing it around, lovely football, and keeping Barnsley away from the ball. And here's Beelan again to Tuchum, who has been a success this season, and long may that continue for Newport. A very rare success, I may say, as we're still playing it around. This is a very long period of passing for Newport, and that's a lovely through ball, and it's in, and Zapata has playing his first game for a long time, has put Newport ahead. It's Newport 1, Barnsley 0. It was a delicious ball into him. He took it down on the chest. I think it was Bielen's vision. He took it on his chest, one touch, and then put it into the corner. A lovely goal from Zapata. Newport 1, Barnsley 0 as we come up to half-time. It isn't the most scintillating of games that we've got going on here, but I'll take this. It's Newport 1, Barnsley 0. And we're just going to encourage and say, well done, you can go out there, you can do even better. And hopefully we can get the second goal early on and seal the game. We do, the players that we are playing are short of fitness. We're going to have to make some changes now. Balick can go into as the DM, and Maras will come on at centre-back, although he isn't fully fit. He's just on his way back after injury as well. And that's a chance. And that was a good save by Balcom, plucking it out of the air underneath the crossbar. It has all been Newport. And we certainly have dominated this game. But Barnsley seem to be having the better of things at the moment. But here's Maras. Maras finds Johnston, he gives it to Tucum, he looks for Rita tries to feed Abraham in. This is a rare chance for Abraham, and he's not the finisher that he used to be in the old days. Timmy Abraham, who's been with us ever since season 1, a great old stalwart of the club, hasn't played much this year, he's lost his sharpness, cannot cope with the Premier League. And we are into the 86th, 87th minute. There's just a few minutes to go. Can we hold on? And we should be able to hold on, and we have. We have won in the FA Cup, third round. It's Newport County 1, Barnsley 0. And, yeah, we're through to the fourth round of the FA Cup, which is good. And that hopefully will be a little boost to morale, because we have a big game coming up against Everton in the Premier League, and it's a game that we really need to win, because we are dropping down the table something frightening. And so again, we have a lot of players unavailable. We are barely able to put a bench out. Players are recovering from their injuries, and hopefully we won't get any more. But it is very, very difficult at the moment. We're still going to stick to this 4-4-2 diamond, and we'll have Foster, Mares, Johnson and Zamora at the back. Bielan, Hackney and Vitek comes back in midfield. Kurjan gets a rare outing. Trod and Barry will be up front. Trod coming back from injury today. Totally lacking in fitness, but we have to play him. And all we can do is hope that we're going to get some sort of result out of this today. And Everton, traditionally we don't do very well against Everton. We did beat them earlier in the season, but traditionally they are very, very hard for us to deal with Everton. As Pickford sends a long kick, and Everton pick up the loose ball. And Digne, who's a constant thorn in our side, despite the fact we're supposed to be tight marking him. And there's a chance for Godfrey, and that was a brilliant save by Balcom. And let's hope he's going to have one of his greatest games today and help us out here, because I think we're going to need it. Arsenio swings in a corner, and oh, that was a chance for Godfrey, but it just went over his head at the near post. And yeah, we're gonna just press these fullbacks as much as we can. They do play a big part in Everton's attack, and Everton do have a free kick, and it is Digne with the free kick, and that's another great save by Balcom. And Zamora, I'm not quite sure why he felt the need to do that. He may be a little frustrated, Zamora. as he tried to kick it out of the ground. And there's a chance, and that is well defended. And it comes back to Arsenio again, and that's headed away. We are under the cosh, as we always are. But defensively, we are hanging on again. We're going to have to play around. We're losing possession. We haven't had a highlight. And we do need to somehow try and get the ball back as Everton come forward again. And there's a cross to the back post, and they have scored. Calvert-Lewin has popped it in. A fine header at the back post, but the marking was just shocking. And Everton have gone ahead. And our poor run looks like it is continuing. And at the moment we are relegation form. There is no doubt about it. 1 point in the last, I think, 8 games, and this is relegation form. And although Everton haven't been that great in terms of their passing, we are a goal behind at half-time. And I'm going to tell them it's not good enough. No more messing around with them and trying to motivate them. It isn't good enough. As Arsenio, that is one weird free kick there. Curl on whip on that. But we managed to head it clear. But here come Everton again. And Max Aarons plays it back to Pickford. And he also plays out from the back. And Digne, the thorn in our side, finds Richarlison. Richarlison back to Digne. And Everton are really playing this at their pace, in their way. We can't get hold of the ball. And I can see this turning into a disaster again today. It's been a tough few months. And Everton have gone 2-0 up. And I think, is it Calvert-Lewin again? Terrible defending. Arsenio fed it out to Digne, and they are just doing what they want. They are just messing with us. And Calvert-Lewin ghosted him and headed it into the top corner. It's Newport 0, Everton 2. VAR just taking a look, but he's onside, and there's nothing the goalkeeper, poor old goalkeeper, could do about that. We have got a few players who are not having their greatest of games, and we're going to have to make some changes very soon. As Everton again build down the right, and he's looking to get a cross in. He finds Aarons instead. Aarons gets the cross in, and that's found Calvert-Lewin, and it is now 3-0 to Everton. And oh boy, can this really be happening? And I don't know what is going on. I have no explanation for this other than the dreadful injury situation that we've had. And it's... and how it hasn't damaged morale, I don't know. Monthly team meetings have helped to keep morale up. But Calvert-Lewin was on his own at the back post there. It really is poor. We're going to go and try and play a little bit more direct, push the lines up a little bit more. Let's see if this makes any difference. But Everton are still coming forward. Oh, that's the VAR replay. I don't know how many times I have to suffer that. That's not very nice, FM. I'm suffering enough. We're going to make a few changes here. I've also got Leon's Foster, who is very, very tired. We'll switch some of these players around. Hackney can go into midfield now as the Mazzala. But here are Everton again. I don't know if I've actually seen a highlight for Newport in this game. And that is swung into the box and it's cleared. Trod, who is doing well coming back from injury today, as his fitness is holding out better than some of the other players on the pitch. As Calvert-Lewin finds space again. He finds Aarons, and here's Calvert-Lewin playing into the box, but we have intercepted that. And it's coming straight back at us as Everton launch another attack. And this is almost becoming too painful to watch. And Arsenio is free into the box. Can he get his cross in? Digne has the ball now. He'll look to cross. And he finds Holgate. And that is a chance. And that was close. Just outside the post. This is getting very, very painful to watch. Can we just have a highlight, possibly? And Everton have the ball again, and they are building from the back. Thank you very much, FM. This is not entertaining. But Bilen finds Ford, a young lad who's just come on because we have no one else. And Zamara's in space, and Barry! Barry has got us a consolation goal, at least in the 85th minute. It doesn't really matter, but it is nice to score. Vitek found Hackney, who found Zamara in acres of space. It was a lovely move by Newport. Why we couldn't do this earlier, I don't know. But we have saved a little bit of face. It's Newport 1, Everton 3, as we are coming up to full time. And there is the full-time whistle. And we'll just say that we're just very disappointed with the level of performance there. And we have dropped another place down to 13th. Another defeat will mean that Leicester and Watford could both overtake us. We are dropping very, very quickly. Sheffield United is a big game coming up next. They are in 18th place, and Wolves to follow. We really, really need results against these two sides. And as you can see, it is an absolute disaster. We need 6 points from Sheffield United and Wolves before we go to bigger games like Tottenham, Leicester, Chelsea, Leeds, Arsenal. So we need to pick up points very, very soon. Or we are going to be in dire trouble. But from a depressed Newport, I guess that's the end of this episode. And if you are new to the channel, then subscribe, watch, like, and comment, and help the channel to grow and help us to support this very worthwhile cause that you can read about above. And yeah, from a very, very depressing Newport, hopefully when we return we will be able to bring you some better news. And all that remains to be said now is see you in the next episode.